My name is Deanna Whalen, and I did the Instructional Resource evaluation on the app Procreate. It was created by Savage Interactive Party Limited, and it is $9.99 on the App Store. It is only available on the iPad and not on a desktop or laptop computer. Procreate is a teaching resource that allows teachers to give their students the ability to create their own graphics. This is a great resource for connecting traditional art styles to digital art styles, if classes are based solely on content creation, like a digital media class. Procreate also has a feature that records what the user draws from the creation of the canvas until the graphic or drawing is completed. Students can import their time-lapse videos into video editing software like iMovie or Adobe Premiere and add voiceovers, music, or special effects. You can export your drawing with multiple file extensions, and you can also preview your time-lapse of what you have created, as well as add special effects, transform things, use the selection tools to warp for perspective, change brush sizes and opacities. It's a really great app for those who just wish to draw or want to incorporate it into different classes for more content creation. The tool used to evaluate Procreate is the Critical Evaluation of a Creation iPod app by Kathleen Schrock. I've mentioned the details already, the name, the cost, it's $9.99. It's about 325.3 megabytes. It's available only on the iPad. You can import and export, you can screencast, record. You cannot collaborate or utilize a web-based version of the tool, most notably. And for record a soundtrack with the microphone on the iPad or iPod, I said no because within the app you can't, but also if you bring the time-lapse into iMovie, you can add, as I said, voiceovers or music. So that's a really great positive about it. What level of Bloom's taxonomy can this app support? I checked remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, and creating, as well as the design assessments. You can augment, modify, and redefine. And it's good for all ages, so 4 and up. What are the pros and cons of using the chosen evaluation tool form? A pro is that a lot of questions on this evaluation tool pertain to the iPad. Content creation on the iPad has jumped forward over the past couple of years because of the iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil. I think evaluating educational apps available on the iPad as tools for content creation is still new. Being able to apply this critical evaluation survey from 2012 to 2014 to evaluate an app in 2020 is a huge positive. A negative would be the title having iPod creation. I feel using a cell phone in class for content creation is more probable than having a student use something like an iPod. In this example, you can see an image from the Apple Store of an iPod. In Procreate, I created this graphic, and the video that was just seen is a time-lapse, a sped-up time-lapse that I put into iMovie to speed it up further of how I created this content. So you can see how a student would be able to, instead of just grabbing an image from the internet for their project or presentation, can actually enhance their presentations with a drawing of their own, using that as reference, and incorporate music or more voiceovers to their videos. What I learned from conducting this evaluation of an instructional resource was more ways to evaluate the apps on the iPad and perspectives from different subjects, as in evaluating how teachers in different subjects would use Procreate. 2 of Clark and Meyer's principles. The first is the multimedia principle. By using words and graphics rather than words alone, you can see here a table that was created for a class talking about how Procreate enhances learning in the classroom. I can add graphics and an explanation throughout it to add more emphasis on certain aspects of the table. And then the second one would be the redundancy principle, explained in the second video here, which explain visuals with words and audio or text, but not both, which means you do not add on-screen text to narrated graphics. You can see here a step-by-step of how someone would add a voiceover or music to a presentation. This is a presentation from my class about students explaining facts about themselves, so they were not able to actually write anything and had to only use their drawings to communicate this fact with people. This presentation was made with QuickTime to screen record on my laptop, iPad screen recording to get the tools from Procreate, and iMovie to create the movies that you saw in the screencast. Thank you for listening.